Today's album? Carole King's 1971 masterpiece, Tapestry. How does a quiet, unassuming album become a monster hit and an instant classic? We'll explore coming up on You'll Hear It.
I'm Peter Martin.
And you're listening to the You'll Hear It podcast.
Music Explored.
Explored, brought to you today by Open Studio. Go to openstudiojazz.com for your jazz lesson needs. Peter, we got a new season.
I love this record. I want to give you a visual. Okay, if you're not on YouTube, you might want to go over to YouTube.
He's hugging the record.
Yes, this is a cozy record. As the kids would say, it's cozy AF. Right?
It's so cozy. It's organic. It's cozy. There's a cat on the cover.
There's a tapestry on the inside. There's a cat out of focus. We're talking about none other than the legendary Carole King with her album, her opus.
What?
Over.
Okay.
Yeah. You know. Come on, new season, same jokes, man. You know how this goes. Tapestry.
It is a masterpiece, man.
Yes.
It's one of the greatest albums of all time on everybody's lists. And
probably not everybody, but many
people. But it's not even controversial. It's so good. The songwriting is
but don't make it sound like it's like a quarter pounder. Everybody loves it. This is some high art, my friend.
It is high art. No, it's actually wonderful. You know what it is? It's high art, but it's wonderful craftsmanship. Like, we're going to talk a little bit about just what a great songwriter Carole King is. I know that's a newsflash for a lot of people, but like just the quality of how the lyrics tell the story in such a tight way. I mean, she's coming from this songwriter's background and it shows, but also like how the music, how the chord progressions like lift the lyrics up, tell the story that she's trying to tell. She's a true master. And on this album, 1971, she's 29 years old. She's come into her own. She's really, she's a grown up and she's doing her thing. She didn't start that way though. She started in this business as a 16-year-old. Did you know that?
Yeah. Well, she started in this world as a newborn, if we want to go all the way back. But I like where you're going with this.
No, her first single was when she was 16 years old in 1958. It's called The Right Girl. And guess what, Peter? Even though she's 16, you know what? It's really good.
It is good. She's singing it with a vibe,
man.
And you are the right boy for me too.
I mean, musically sound catchy already.
Yeah.
She wrote the song and Don Costa did the arrangements to that one. And then around this same time that The Right Girl came out, she was also working at the legendary Brill Building, right? Which is this legendary songwriting, I don't even know how you describe it. It's a machine.
Factory.
It's a factory.
I've been in there before. It's right on Times Square. Yeah.
It's in Times Square, right?
Yeah, it's like an office building still. Then they have, it's like one of those old with the elevator. Where you used to have an elevator operator and the whole thing. It's a cool place.
Well, there she was making a lot of demos. So the process would be like a songwriter would want to try to sell one of their songs to like a big artist,
right?
And so they would.
Wait, is this before Instagram or
this was a few years before
in
Instagram?
Lieu of Instagram?
Yeah.
Got it.
No, and so there would just be these songwriters hanging out in the Brill Building, and then these musicians hanging out who would record the demos of these songs so that the songwriters could then pitch them to the big artists. Carole King was doing that, and for a while she was doing that with another legendary singer-songwriter, Paul Simon.
Hello.
Who we've had on the show with his incredible So Crazy After All These Years album. This is an interview that Paul did with the incredible Terry Gross about that time with Carole.
But the demos was really how I learned to record, and how I learned about recording technique. Because I was in the studio several days a week. And for a while, I did a lot of demos with Carole King, and we worked as a team because she could play drums and piano, and I could play guitar and bass, and we could sing the parts and make up background parts and do it pretty quickly. And what it was writers would have a song that they wanted some specific artist to sing, and they'd give you the song, and you'd try and make it a demo that would appeal.
That's Paul Simon on making demos with Carole King. It's so funny. Like, she played the drums and she played the piano and I played.
They were tracking it.
Yeah. But they were just kids. And here's a demo that they made, that Carole King and Paul Simon made. She wrote this song with her, someone who'd become her musical and life partner, Jerry Goffin. This is hilarious, dude. This is called Short Mort.
Hey, shorty. Hey, shorty. He isn't very big. He's small in size. He isn't very smart, but he sure is wise. He never gets in trouble 'cause he never gets caught. You can keep tall Paul. I'll take short more.
Keep Tall Paul.
You can keep Tall Paul.
They don't make songs like this because they're not allowed to.
I mean, is this
anymore.
the greatest, most catchy body-shaming song since the Too Fat Polka? I think it might be.
She was
17. That's her and Paul Simon making the demo. She wrote that with Jerry Goffin, who she would later marry.
Well, right about that time. Actually.
Right about that time. And right about this time when she's 17, her and Goffin had their very first big-time hit. And it was by a group called the Shirelles.
Yeah, a year later, 1960.
A year later. Yep. She was 17 when they wrote this song.
Tonight you're mine completely. You give your love so sweetly. Tonight the light of love is in your eyes. But will you love me tomorrow?
How good is that?
It's great, and it was a huge hit. This was a pop hit. This was a crossover pop hit, and I believe it was actually the first #1 by any girl group.
Yeah.
Girl group, like before the Supremes.
Started the whole girl group thing.
There was boy groups, but this was the very first #1 hit, Billboard top hit.
Well, she had a lot more hits actually after this, including this by the Drifters.
All you have to do is touch my hand to show me you understand. And something happens to me that's some kind of wonderful.
What a song.
Yeah.
I love that
And
era
I believe
of
the
music,
flow
too.
was like she was generally writing all the music, and Goffman was writing all the lyrics. Obviously,
I think it gets blurry, but yeah.
it's blurry.
you're
Yeah.
right.
But Carole King went on to write incredible lyrics, as we're going to hear as
and
well.
Tapestry.
Both collaboratively or on her own.
One more that she wrote for
Yeah.
other people that is one of my favorite. Because there's a version when I was a kid by the immortal artist Tiffany.
Oh, Tiffany, yes.
But this
The Prodigy.
The Prodigy. But this is from Little Ava.
Oh, yeah. This is written by Carole King?
Yeah. I know.
Everybody's
sense.
doing a brand new dance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. I know you get to like it if you give it a chance now.
Yeah, and it's amazing, to see her. So from the late 50s, kind of when she came into her own, early songwriting stylistically. I mean, this is the stuff when my parents were in high school.
Yeah, my dad
too.
too.
Right at that age. coming out of the doo-wop. What do you call it? Yeah, doo-wop.
Yeah. And all the songs have a doo-wop kind of vibe, right? All that 1, 6, 4, 5 chord progressions, you know what I mean?
Chubby Checker and big hits, that whole sound. But then, I mean, it starts as the 60s come along, and she was instrumental in that as a songwriter. Like, the music's changing. I mean, obviously the Beatles, ever heard of them? They were kind of big with that too. But it's so interesting to hear how it goes, from that to Tapestry. We're going to show you that in a second, but within 10 years.
Yeah.
Ish.
Well, a couple years later, she has a real breakthrough. And this is not just like a breakthrough for a songwriter. This is a cultural breakthrough.
Yeah.
When she writes this song for the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin.
Looking out on the morning rain, I used to feel so uninspired.
I believe that's Aretha on piano too, killing it.
I had to face another day.
There's some good arrangements on this one.
So tired. Before the day I met you.
The strings, man, all the horns and
I
the
think you've heard that before, haven't you? A little influence?
I might have ripped that off a couple times. But what we're hearing there too, especially on that Aretha track, is like something we're going to hear throughout Tapestry, which is the gospel influences in Carole King's songwriting.
The cross-pollination.
There's a lot of that going on, and that 12/8 feel and the dum, dum, dum,
And I believe this was I'm sure this was one of the Muscle Shoals sessions with those guys. I mean, the thing was Lady Soul, that's the record on Atlantic. Like, this was a big record. This was a massive hit. And that's interesting because, this was sort of towards the end of Carole King and Jerry Goffin's collaboration and marriage and everything.
Yeah, I mean, they really
67.
They really did try to make it.
Yeah.
But it was too late, Peter.
It was too late. But also with that tune, and that's going to make a little foreshadowing. That's going to make an appearance on here, right?
Yeah.
That's written by Carole King and Jerry Goffin, and also, so Jerry Wexler, famously produced Lady Soul, Atlantic Records, the godfather of that whole thing. Apparently, the way that song was written, he was driving to New York and saw Carole King walking down the street, and they knew each other, they worked together, and said, "Hey, Carole, I need a song for Aretha. I'm thinking something natural woman, something with that."
No way.
Yes, and Carole King
Jerry
went home
Wexler?
Jerry Wexler, like natural woman. It's like it's kind of a theme I'm working on, and so Carole King took that
It's a theme I'm working on.
Not for me, for Aretha.
I'm exploring my feminine side.
And so Carole King went home, and her and Goffin wrote, he wrote the lyrics and she wrote the music, supposedly in 90 minutes or something.
Amazing.
That same night. And so because Jerry Wexler came up with the idea for it, they shared publishing credits, apparently without dispute. So
Well, here's just
that's why he's listed as one of the composers.
a list of this run that happens actually leading up to the Aretha.
Yeah.
You've got Will You Love Me Tomorrow by the Shirelles.
Yeah.
Some Kind of Wonderful by the Drifters. Halfway to Paradise by Tony Orlando. Every Breath I
Tony
Take
Orlando.
by Gene Pitney. Point of No
Every
Return.
breath I
Not
take. That
one.
was later.
Point
80s.
of No Return by Gene McDaniels. Take
Yeah.
Good Care of My Baby by Bobby V. The Locomotion. Up on the Roof. Go Away Little Girl. Don't Say Nothing Bad About My Baby. One Fine Day. Hey Girl
The
by
Chiffons.
Freddie. Yeah, the Chiffons. Freddie Scott. The Cookies. All these hits that she had leading up to this. But as
Could
you
you imagine
mentioned,
her BMI check?
oh my
her
gosh.
aspect.
Oh my
aspect
gosh, she's
check.
doing. While they didn't make it in their marriage, I think they
They made
probably
it
made
individually.
it financially. She's doing great. So they get divorced in 1968, and Carole King moves out to California, and she makes some new friends. Peter, she makes friends with people like James Taylor,
Yeah.
and Joni Mitchell.
Ever heard of him?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Singer-songwriter vibes.
Some of my favorites.
And this is so she's already kind of, bridging the divide between, or the sort of lineage of this period that really goes back to what we call Tin Pan Alley and early jazz composers, Duke Ellington, Billy Strayhorn,
Yeah.
the Gershwins, of course, where it's the songwriter is king, and the artist, I mean, not necessarily king, it's just the artist is not necessarily thinking about, I'm going to write some stuff. Frank Sinatra. It's Johnny Mercer's giving him great songs. He's singing the standards, singing the greatest songs by the greatest artists. And so Carole King sat right at this sort of cultural shift where it was like, oh, maybe the artist is the songwriter and the performer and the instrumentalist, the whole thing, singer-songwriter. Obviously, Bob Dylan, the Beatles, all this
started turning
like,
this around. Is like, it's not just the performer's job to play other people's songs, but you have to be able to write and tell your own story, and then you become part of the package.
Right.
Yeah.
And she wasn't the first, and this record wasn't even this is 1971, so we're years after something, but this may be the kind of like the crystallization of that. Like if you were to distill that into one album, certainly you could say Joni Mitchell. I mean, a lot of,
This has got to be in the argument of this is the best singer-songwriter album of all time.
I like that.
You know what I mean? It's got to be up there, at least in the discussion.
Yeah.
Because the songwriting is so strong.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm getting angry, but it's like, as we'll hear on this album, like
one
the
small
songwriting,
possibly. Okay.
If you've ever tried to write a song like something like "So Far Away" or "It's Too Late," or like "You've Got a Friend," it's so hard to write so sincerely and clearly and tell your story so clearly with lyrics that sound good and amazing chord progressions and modulations and the way we'll talk about all that. But
are you saying
awesome.
that would be one of the reasons that this debuted at the top of the Billboard 200 and stayed there for 15 weeks, which may not sound like a lot because you think, oh, records have been on the charts for years. Yeah, this also was 6 years on the Billboard charts, which is second to this day only to Pink Floyd.
That's amazing.
And it was by far
6 years.
At the time, it was also the biggest record ever by a female artist, all the way up until I believe the 80s or early 90s with like Whitney Houston, Bodyguard,
Madonna and all
and
that stuff.
Yeah, no, it was bigger than. I don't think Madonna had anything. I don't think. I think it was Whitney Houston, Bodyguard, maybe Shania Twain, and then stuff got big. Well, Mariah Carey, some of the the sales went bonkers.
Sure. Beyonce,
but this
Taylor
also,
Swift.
But this record has come back onto the charts. We're going to talk a little bit about Gigi, a little TV show that has been on in my house a lot, but we don't even say the name yet.
Heather McCorkle will intermarriage sue me if I don't mention the Gilmore Girls on this.
We're calling DeBosier on that one.
Before we get to Tapestry real quick, while she's out in California, she makes friends with another incredible person, this incredible person.
I call it King Special. The reason I do it is because I got the idea of a train.
It's B.B. King, and Carole King is simply playing piano on this album, Indianola, Mississippi Seeds, 1970.
What she's playing is already correct.
And she's playing all kinds of piano.
Yes. Come on.
When's the B.B. King pod coming, Pete? When's the B.B. King pod?
Is this his second appearance? Remember, there was a little on the D'Angelo. D'Angelo and Pino met at a BBC. And what you're hearing her do is very simple, but it is not easy.
No, she's in the pocket.
But, woo. Yeah, I mean, she was a deeply bluesy player. We're going to hear that on Tapestry. And just an authentic musician. Jeez,
I want to shout out my dad, Lester Manis, for playing a ton of B.B. King, a ton of Albert King, a ton of John Lee Hooker around the house when I was a kid.
Yeah.
All right. So that'll take us. That's 1970. She makes an album called Writer, which doesn't connect. It's her first like singer-songwriter album post Jerry Goffin.
Yeah.
It's a good album. It doesn't connect
fire
with people. It doesn't catch fire like What Happens Next. And What Happens Next is her sophomore album after post Jerry Goffin, and it's called Tapestry, and it starts like this.
I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down. I feel my heart start to trembling whenever you're around. Oh, baby, when I see your face, mellow as the month of May. Oh, darling, I can't stand it when you look at me.
What a start to an album.
Man,
you know what I mean?
She's just introduced a lot of the themes of the album. Musical, the lyrics, the romance, maybe a little bit of broken off from. I mean, like, she's already put it all out there. The groove,
Love those harmonies there.
And
too.
also, this is very like bluesy, almost Muscle Shoals vibe.
A lot of this album too is we're gonna jam for a little bit.
Yeah,
there's solos.
Jam. Here's soul. Come on. Oh no, second after second verse. But also when it goes to the major part, I won't say what kind of chord it is. Yeah. Chasing. Cooch is big. This is like kind of, but here, this is kind of 70s, dare I say soft rock, like the harmony of what we're going to hear of the 70s.
There's nothing wrong with soft rock in the 70s.
But the quality stuff, right? And she's got that all in one song.
Yeah, and this song is gonna set, I think most of these have this core rhythm section with a few exceptions of Danny Cooch Korchmar on guitar, who, by the way, Cooch on this crushes this
the whole time.
He is crushing the whole time.
There's a bunch of James Taylor. You'll hear the difference. And
James Taylor playing a lot of acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
Joel O'Brien on the drums also crushes in a very like restrained,
man, his fill coming in
pocket way. And then Charles Larkey on the bass is playing on most of these.
Yeah, and these were like the top session LA guys. Yeah. And you could say there's a bunch of them. Yeah. But the A Squad, there was like a small group. Oh.
Move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down. I feel
and like
move.
This track too is like it's introducing the record in a lot of ways, and maybe we can talk a little bit right now because the lens with which we look at this record, I think there's so many different levels to this record. Like, I think of it as a small record, although this is not a small track. This is like...
It's a humble album.
It's a humble album. I mean, look at the cover. It's a cozy record.
It's not huge. It's not epic. It doesn't have these big strings or horns,
but it has little parts.
Or synthesizers or anything like
there's
that.
Some epicness in Tapestry. And I mean, there's like some little parts that come, and like this is grooving in a way for a first track and coming at you that it's like, damn, where are we going to go from here?
Yeah. The lyrics on this opener are great. So it's a song about being love struck, right? About
knocked off your feet,
having a massive crush on someone. And the imagery of I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky come crumbling down. Incredible imagery to start off the album.
Shout out to the LP too that has every lyric on here, which is amazing. I remember this used to be normal. When I was growing up, it's like, oh yeah, of course you're going to go look.
I have a feeling...
Because you're listening. I mean, her diction's so good you can hear what she's saying. But
I have a feeling the accoutrements are going to score high in the categories.
Oh, you think
Stay
so?
around for that. So
I feel the sky tumbling down. I feel my heart's... But I mean, think about starting the record out with this. Ding, 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 ding. Like everything is very like, straight up, grooving. And then the lyrics are very, ooh, baby.
Next is one of my favorite songs on the album.
You want to hear me sing the whole album?
No, sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead. Keep going.
No, good.
The next is one of my favorite songs on the whole album. This is So Far Away. James Taylor.
There's JT. But then coming out of that last track, it's like, where are we going now? We're driving up in Laurel Canyon.
Yeah.
Up to the ridge, baby.
Great point.
So far away, doesn't anybody stay in one place?
Oh, Charles Larkey coming in hot.
Larkey, crushing this one. It's Larkey's time to shine.
So good.
At my door. It doesn't help to know you're just time away. Long ago I reached for you and there you stood. Holding you again could only do me good.
Bee Gees, backgrounds.
How I wish I could, but you're so far away.
It's a lot of space.
One more song about moving
Check that out.
along the highway. Can't say
It's like
much
kick and
of anything
just a little bit of high, right?
that's
Yeah.
new.
That's the drum part.
Yeah.
If I could
Sounds like an early
only
program
live
drum.
this life out my
It
way.
is. It's like a little drum loop.
And then like her piano and JT's guitar a little bit is giving the motion instead of the drums, you know? Like she's, like the arpeggiation
Doesn't anybody
of the 1 to the
stay
4.
in one place
Yeah.
anymore?
And then Larkey, that's like some obligato.
So fine to see your face at my door. Doesn't help to know
dynamics.
You're so far away.
Man, if you're away from
Sounds like some kunkas or something,
Yeah.
some percussion in there.
Far away.
Yeah.
Traveling around sure gets me down and lonely.
Back to the drums.
Nothing else to do but close my mind. I sure hope the road don't come to own me. There's so many dreams I've yet to find. But you're so far.
perfect little drum fill. Small fill. Everything's small.
Doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore? It would be so fine to see your face at my door.
I do not recommend listening to this album when you're like on another continent from your loved one.
Don't
That's a
do that.
tearjerker.
Don't do that.
I've done it.
Yeah.
I've done it. Maybe
Hold on real quick. I just want to say, I think this is her best vocal performance on the whole album.
I agree.
I think she just crushes it vocally.
Yeah.
And I think the question, doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore? We've heard it so many times because we've grown up with this album.
Yeah.
We take for granted how genius that is to say, start the song with the statement of the hook, so far away.
Yeah.
Doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore? Is such a heart-wrenching sentence.
Yeah.
You get the whole idea of the story
Yeah.
and the backstory from just the
It's so human,
It's
too.
so
It's so
incredible.
human.
And like, I'm just blown away by how sophisticated lyrically she is and how sophisticated harmonically she is.
Yeah.
And then the singing on this track is just otherworldly. I mean, I'm just blown away by this whole album, the whole experience. And you know, the production on this we were talking about,
Yeah.
it sounds like it's a band playing in a room together. I don't
Right.
know. They did this in 2 weeks apparently.
Yeah.
And like, I think they played all this stuff live. You know, I think we have something
Lou
here
Adler,
from, Lou
if we
Adler.
have that, he kind of breaks down his concept, him and Carole's concept.
So Lou was the producer. Yeah.
The first thing that I envisioned with Carole was a solo artist that you always felt she was sitting at the piano and singing to you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you get that feeling when you listen to this. You just get the feeling like there's nothing, again, there's no like flashy, huge string arrangements on this. I mean, there's a couple of moments where they do some different stuff.
But small strings too.
Small strings too. But it just feels like they're just playing. And there's like we said, there's a lot of instrumental sections where there's solos and there's written out stuff, obviously, or worked out stuff, obviously. This is the engineer, Hank Caccialo, talking about.
We were making a good record, and that's all we knew that. And it was a simple record. Records like Tapestry could be overproduced in a minute. You know, so, let's add more guitars. Let's add more this, more that. Lou and Carole wanted that simplicity. They wanted it to be just nice and warm and a very comfortable record for people to enjoy.
Comfortable, warm,
Yeah.
simple.
I mean,
mission
and then,
accomplished.
Yeah, you look at this cover and it looks comfortable, warm, simple.
Yeah.
There's a cat.
The cat's a
There's
little
curtain. The budget for this
Cat
album
looks big.
The budget for this, so it was made in 3 weeks, excuse me, not 2
Yeah.
weeks, 3 weeks. The budget was $22,000.
That's right.
Which even in 1971 is pretty small. Considering,
teeny.
Like, we listened to Rumors.
Rumors, yeah.
What was that, $2 million?
It was a lot. It was like the equivalent of 20 million or something today.
Yeah, it was insane.
This was teeny. And I mean, and by the way, Lou Adler, fun fact, you probably, even if you think you haven't seen him, he's like the biggest Lakers fan ever.
Hey.
He always dresses, he's always sitting next to Jack Nicholson, also Rocky Horror. He made the Rocky Horror Picture Show. That was big. This is small. That was big.
Yeah.
Carole King's longtime manager, a big force with this record. But yeah, I mean, and this whole thing of like her at the piano, being a piano driven, I don't think she's ever not at the piano.
I think you're right.
On this whole thing. And it's so like closely related to, well, so
I
even
really like her piano playing too. By
her
the way.
piano playing is so great and so appropriate.
It's like
But-
the epitome of a songwriter's piano playing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
Like,
yeah. And I think that this record, especially that track we just heard, and I agree, like her vocals she's a lot of beautiful vocals, but this one, there's something about it that's just perfection, just vocally, the way she's singing. But there's levels that you can appreciate this record. I think the lyrics and the melodies are at such a high level, and they're so
Highest.
universally human
Yeah.
that somebody, if you know English, you know that would be that would only be the only barriers if you didn't understand English. But even a translation of this, but like the craft of that is amazing. But the next level, which we appreciate as we listen to it, but most people don't think about it as much as the lyrics. Like the lyrics are there for you to like apply just so far away. Oh, I'm thinking of mine. And like, is she talking about she's far away from New York because she's on the West Coast? Like there's all these things that we can think about, why don't we stay in one place? Yes, why is my family spread apart? My loved ones, a lost lover, whatever that is.
Even of the time though, Peter, like this song, she moved to California in 1968.
Yeah.
When a lot of people moved to California.
Yes.
That's the summer of love.
That's right.
Is that 67?
That was 67 and they were still in New York and Woodstock.
Exactly. No. But 1968, a lot lot of people are...
Yeah, the big migration.
Big migrations. Yeah. People are going to San Francisco. People are going to LA. People are going to California. People are going to New York. People are this whole cultural revolution is happening. And this song is just like... You know, doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore? It would be so fine to see your face at my door. You know what I mean?
And it's such a universal thing. It's still, it moves people. But then the next layer of the craftsmanship of her composition, the harmony, we're not going to get, I know I'm not allowed to talk about that too much, but I'm saying like the levels, 145, the levels of...
Are you talking to me?
Just a little bit. Inside joke. Those are fun on podcasts. But the levels of her mastery of the songwriting craft that is more the nuts and bolts, the more behind the scenes stuff. Like once you delve into that, it's like just so genius. Like her use of rhythm, you know, boom, boom, and how it connects with the lyrics and stuff is very simple, but very highly crafted and curated, you know. So I'm a fan.
So far we've had, you know, I Feel the Earth Move, which is like a love struck infatuation kind of song. We've had So Far Away, which is I'm Missing Your Face kind of song. And then we get a good old fashioned breakup song, perhaps the greatest breakup song. It's in the conversation.
It's gotta be,
And
Top
you know,
five,
I like to
for sure.
daydream that this is about her breakup with Jerry Goffin, now that I know more about that backstory, but I don't know. Anyway, this is genius.
This is the number one hit,
This is brilliant.
So you're not the only one who likes this,
well,
my
it's
friend.
an incredible song. It's Too Late.
That's what I'm talking about. The craft of songwriting. That's part of it. Doo-ba-dip-bip-bip-doo. And then the melody starts. Doo-ba-dip-boop-bip-doo.
There's something wrong here, there can be no denying. One of us is changing, or maybe we've just stopped trying. And it's too late.
Let's groove a little.
Now it's too late.
Let's groove on the bell of the cymbal.
Greatest. I love the little Rhodes line.
Inside has died, and I can't hide, and I just can't fake it. Oh
no. Now the intro becomes the segue between verse, chorus and verse, second verse.
It used to be so easy living here with you. You were light and breezy, and I knew just what to do.
Those backgrounds.
Now you look so
on Light and Breezy too. They do.
I feel like a fool. And it's too
And it goes to the chorus quick both times. I love a quick chorus. Sue me.
Though we really did try to make it. Something inside has died, and I can't hide, and I just can't fake it. Oh no.
It's a great interlude.
And then this blues line coming down. Oh, here it is.
Right here?
Yeah.
Little George Benson-ish?
Barry Benson. Then we get a little folky jazzy jam, I like to call this.
Go on, Cooch. This is weird though, this next solo.
Oh, the piano, piano.
So it's Carole King
on the Rhodes
and then Curtis Amy on the saxophone.
They kind of layered it on. It works though.
Yeah, it does.
Man, this is such a great. Oh yeah, this won for Grammy Record of the Year in 1972.
Yeah, because it's
this
awesome.
it's not a hidden track.
No.
Third verse.
We just can't stay together, don't you feel it too? Still, I'm glad for what we had. But
she's so great when the lyrics change by verse of like altering the melody to fit them.
But it's too late.
quick chorus. I love a quick chorus.
Though we really did try to
Simple
make
bass line.
it right. Something inside has died and I can't
Big James Jamerson influence on these bass players by the early 70s.
Finally.
What'd you say?
Finally back to that C.
Finally. I thought you said 5 chord. I was like, Here it is. Into the major, though. Into the major. Man, that's what I'm saying. Like little details with her songwriting. It's so cool, man.
So, man, a couple of technical things that I want to hit upon.
Yeah.
The first is like some lyric things that happen here. That second verse is like another great example of something that seems very simple, but is, if you try to write a song like this, any songwriters know it's not that simple to write something with like, it used to be so easy living here with you. You were light and breezy and I knew just what to do. Now you look so unhappy and I feel like a fool is incredible. Again, it tells a whole story.
Yeah.
And also a very familiar story. Anybody who's gone through a breakup or has like gone through a long relationship and you have the romantic pheromones going phase where everything's easy and light and I was saying the right things.
That's right.
And then
The
something
flow.
dies.
Yeah.
And so, you know what I mean?
Inside
it's like,
me.
well, yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
And then there's a musical thing on this one that I think is so fascinating, which she does a couple of times in this album. She does it again on Where You Lead, which is, so it starts out in the key of C. It's like that A minor to D7, which is, you could make arguments that it's not the key of C. It's the key of C. And she, I think
I was just saying, I think it's just because it starts and so boom, and the melody, I feel like it's an A minor.
C is A
because
minor.
no.
There is no key of A
okay,
minor.
only
There is
to
no
nerds,
key of,
my friend.
there is no key of A minor. There's just the key of C.
You know what? There's only the key of music in my book,
Exactly.
my friend.
So it starts out in the key of C, right? And then it goes to like the end of the first verse, which is like right here.
Or maybe we just
It goes to this 4 chord, F.
Right. It sort of seems like the resting place,
But
right?
now we're in the key of F.
and it's too
And you don't even realize it.
The 4 of
Until
F?
you go to B flat there,
Yeah.
right? That's what, like, even if you don't know music, what she's done there is she's like, there's a pivot chord.
Yeah.
When it goes like that. Doom, 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 doom,
And it's supported by that
and
great rhythm.
That chord
Yeah.
that she does that rhythm on is both in the key of C and in the new key of F. It's the 1 chord. And so
Yeah.
she's got this transition that happens, and that when she goes into the first chord of the chorus, which is a B flat chord, which is not in the key of C, you're like, what is happening?
Right.
And the melody changes, and then she brilliantly weaves back down to that A minor.
Yeah.
But we know it's in the key of C because that she hits those interludes and it hits the 1, which is C.
And it's that delayed gratification, but she knows. And look, C is famously the most sunshine
Yeah, totally,
playing.
totally.
It's like joy and happy and optimism, and so it's like playing around until you get there. So it's like that craft. That's what I'm saying. Like the lyrics, people can like. You have to get in. You have to like listen, but then you can understand them and it speaks to you.
Yeah.
But the same thing, like she could do that with lyrics, she could do that with rhythm,
Yeah.
she could do that with harmony, she could do that with melody at a high level
at
of all
a very
those.
high level. That's why when people are like, "What do we don't need to know music theory or whatever."
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need to know it, but you
Just know that it's
if
happening.
you could know how to do what she just did,
Yeah.
which is to modulate into a chorus like that, and why that's so effective.
Yeah.
You get to make Tapestry. Like you get to make a
Yeah.
brilliant. I mean,
And then
gets to make
the
Tapestry,
whole thing
but
feels so right.
That's right.
It's like we were talking about, like you go into a restaurant and someone said, "Oh, I love this restaurant. Man, the food was so good. We had such a good time." You're concentrating on the food. Like that's the lyrics and the melodies, the food at a restaurant.
right.
Like the harmony is the ambiance, the lighting,
service.
the service, the
Yeah.
hospitality,
That's
right?
right. That's right.
And so when all those are nailed, you're like, "Oh my God, the food was that." That's what you remember. But without the other parts, it's not really that 5-star
Yeah.
experience.
And by the way, that lift where it goes, up that fourth when it goes in, it's too late. That is not Carole King's like invention either. That's Mozart. That is, a Gershwin verse
Bach.
into this
Gregorian chant.
That's also like
Yeah.
Great American Songbook standards. Usually
Yeah.
will sometimes have a verse in a key and then modulate up in some way, sometimes in up a perfect fourth, because it's such a natural place to modulate, and they're very close in sound.
Yeah.
But it's like it's a surprise you don't realize is happening.
There's nothing on this record where you're like, "Oh my God, this is revolutionary," except for the way that she put, like, so these harmonic elements all have been done. The melodic elements all have been done. The lyrics, maybe not all done in this way, but she's not making up words.
The lyrics are like Jerome Kern style, clever lyrics.
But what makes it, and I think for any great songwriter, and I mean, I put her in the level of your Billy Strayhorn, your George Gershwin, because the craftsmanship is there.
I don't think there's any.
But it's like, how do you take these elements? It's like when Apple came out with the iPhone, they didn't come up with the first smart. No, they took this had been done this, and they supposedly made the most elegant, beautiful thing. And you want to just throw a little bit of those vocal back, because that's another thing. Like Carole King, for whatever reason, is not known. I mean, she's certainly known as a great singer, but she's not. I would say if you're pressed, you'd be like incredible singer songwriter. There's always this caveat, but a fantastic singer, a fantastic background, choir, gospel influences, and like understanding of how to put this stuff together.
So this is all Carole here.
Yeah. So what they would do.
And it's too late, baby. Now
yeah, it's all overdubs.
Too late. So we really did try to make it. Something inside
the first solo line,
and I can't hide, and I just can't fake it. Oh no.
I mean, on that make it. You hear a little bit of the Brill Building in there.
Absolutely.
Those teeny bopper hits.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Those girl groups using those backgrounds. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like when you put it's as much an art and science of deciding when you're going to put them in and go back to just the single main line, right? Yeah. And all the people who know how to craft these background vocals. And we're going to there is a little bit with James Taylor and boom on something else. Well, we're gonna get to that. There's some other, but it's most of the background vocals.
And Will You Love Me Tomorrow? Yeah. Well, the next track is another track about being away from home, being away from someone. It's very similar to So Far Away, and it actually has some musical similarities. This is called Home Again.
Yeah. One of the great piano intros, I think. So simple.
I wonder if I'm ever gonna make it home again. It's so far and out of sight. I really need someone to talk to, and nobody else knows how to comfort me tonight.
Little James Taylor acoustic.
Snow is cold, rain is wet.
Little A7. Oops.
Chills my soul right to the marrow. I won't be happy till I see you alone again, till I'm home again and feeling.
But her harmonic. I think that intro is so simple.
Really good,
like
really good.
even if you didn't play piano, you could learn not to play it like her, but you could learn those. Dun, dun, dun. It's not hard.
Yeah.
Right. But so you would just be like, But I mean, can we just play that's the beginning, getting into it, because like what she's not playing in there, I would have overplayed that.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
With my keyboard.
I'm just kidding.
No, I would have.
Yeah,
Don't
and
ever
also,
have a jazz musician play that intro.
Also, there's a bit of a physical science lesson in there. Snow is cold, rain is wet.
True.
So we learned that.
Hashtag facts.
Yeah. Another thing that's happening there that's really cool that also happens in So Far Away and is a theme of this album is the triads that move around.
The inlaid.
So what she'll do is she'll take a chord that's a basic triad, and she'll keep the bass movement the same, but she'll move that triad. Like on So Far Away, it's like A over D to D, A over D to D.
Yeah.
And what she's doing is sort of like superimposing a chord over a bass part that gives it a feeling of going away and coming home, which I think is so fascinating because she does both of those moves, those sort of like 5/1
Yeah.
on the sort of I'm far away from home songs, right?
Yeah.
Like she goes away, but she's still home the whole time.
She knows how those
It's like
triads
she's thinking
feel.
of home as she's going away. It's I don't know if that was what she was intending with that stupid music theory thing, but like that I was put on top of this, but
it works
could
because
be intentional.
Yeah, it's not just she knows music theory obviously, but it's like she knows how to use it to connect with the emotion at that time. I mean, like this one's all 1-4-5s, A, E, and D triads over that A. But it's like the order that she does it when she puts it in there. Anybody can learn 1-4-5, but it's like, how do you put it in there? It's like when I'm looking at a recipe, I'm like, from a celebrity chef, I'm like, I'm following all the directions. Why didn't they come out the same?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, because
That's not a rhetorical question. Answer me.
Great. Next up is Beautiful. This is great. This is like,
dude, I listen to this every morning as I'm
looking in the mirror and you're just like, yeah.
It's my pump up song.
It's a daily affirmation.
You got to get up every morning.
You got to.
With a smile on your face and show the world all the
They should make this into a musical.
They should make this into a musical. It feels like a musical.
People gonna treat you better.
Cooch.
You're gonna find, yes you will.
Larky on bit.
I love this
You're
here.
beautiful.
What would you call this groove? It's kind of a musical groove. These session guys, they know how to play everything.
Waiting at the station with a workday window blowing. I've got
Waiting at the station with the workday window. Damn, she's telling stories, my friend.
This here.
Mirrored in their faces, I see frustration growing, and they don't see it showing.
And then she throws that diminished in at the.
You got to get up every morning with a smile on your face and show the world all the love in your heart. Then people gonna treat you better. You're gonna find, yes you will, that you're beautiful.
There's the hook.
As you feel.
Beatles-esque, that group.
Very Beatles-esque.
Beatles-esque, yeah, for sure. It feels like a Paul song, doesn't it?
It does feel like a Paul song.
Yeah.
I think it's better. Sorry.
Next up is, this one's really interesting, right? So it's Way Over Yonder. This is essentially a hymn without Jesus. Like this is, it's a 12/8. It's very much a gospel song.
This is like an ethical society hymn.
It is like
This is like a Christian Scientist.
But even the structure of the lyrics are like very much, very, very hymn-like. And it's a really incredible
And it's a
recording.
gospel too.
Way over yonder is a place that
precision drumming on
where I can find shelter from a hunger and cold.
Doom, 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 ding, ding. Come on, Cooch.
And the sweet taste in good life is so easily found.
Oh man, there's some great backgrounds on this.
Yeah, for real. This chord.
Oh. On top.
That's where I'm
It's like something, it's like a Chris Stapleton chord or something, you know what I mean?
It's a 4-chord.
I know when I get there. The
second verse, right?
thing I'll see.
I mean, also, it just can't be overstated. Like, the reach of the old school, Black American.
Oh, right here. Wait.
Oh, yeah, who is that?
Right down
That's her.
on me.
Oh, maybe not.
No, that's Mary Clayton.
Mary Clayton, that's right.
No, I was going to say.
That's right. That's the only other background except for James Taylor and Joni Mitchell.
Yeah. No, the reach of the old school Black American church music throughout this whole era, like the baby boomer kids took that gospel music into all kinds of different kinds of music, including singer-songwriters.
I think this generation, and this is exactly my parents' generation. I mean, she's 83, I think now. 84. My mom is like 81, 80. My dad's 84. Carole King. Like, I think, okay, this can be a gross overstatement that we might have to take out, but I think that the culture in some ways was more informed by the authentic Black American musical influence on pop culture.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I mean, not just like we've talked about in the 80s, like for kind of Gen Xers and maybe some, Gen Xers, I guess, Michael Jackson. But I mean, I think that there was a sort of gentrification of pop music with R&B and rap and pop and everything that all got kind of hodgepodge at a certain point. And there's certainly been strong influence, but you talk about gospel, you talk about jazz, you talk about blues, at this time. And I think Carole King has one of the most authentic approaches to say a gospel influence. Like she is singing herself. Like she has such an authentic connection with that music, but she's not like trying to imitate.
I mean, you can hear it in her
Aretha Franklin, and Aretha Franklin had a hit on her song.
Well,
you know?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
how do you escape
You make
that?
me feel like a natural woman has the gospel influences
and
in there.
she's going to close out the record with it. You know?
But you can hear it in her piano playing. Right? You can hear all of that language in her piano playing.
Yeah, and I mean, look, she came up in New York at a time when there was like, you know, a cross-cultural with artists and musicians of a certain ilk, you know, cross-pollinizations. I mean, with extreme problems of segregation in our country and everything, but in terms of like the music, there was a connection. I know like my aunts and uncles and stuff, like they were kind of up on Chubby Checker, Fats Domino. I mean, think about the influence in terms of like grooves and blues and church music.
There's something special about the church music though, from that early era that's just has influenced generations and generations of music of all kinds of musicians. It's really magical
and inspired. Like, you know what I mean?
It's
Informed,
there's something about
inspired.
it that just hits us in our soul. I mean, that's what it's supposed to do. And
it's almost like the Lord came down and
job well
anointed
done because it does. It hits everybody right in their soul.
Yeah.
Next up is this speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Small piano starts. I love them.
Amazing. That's amazing.
That's a damn good intro.
That's a damn good intro.
And troubled, and you need some love and care, and nothing is going right.
Her comping.
I know.
Close your eyes.
That's what I'm saying. She's like an arranger in there.
Yeah, I mean, she's busy too. That's the thing.
Don't be scared to play, guys. Don't be scared to play.
Especially like there's hardly any drums going. Like there's so much space.
Can I pause this for a second?
Yeah.
On that point, you know how many singer-songwriter albums I've asked to do, and like I get in there and start playing, and they're just like, just play just one little chord like this.
Look at the look on his face. Can we get him over here?
I understand you don't want people just playing a bunch of random shit all over your album. I get it.
Don't call a jazz guy then.
And listen, I'm a professional. I'm going to do what you asked me to do.
No, you're not. You're
but when you listen to some of the greatest singer-songwriters of all time, they're playing. They're actually playing music and letting the moment happen in the way that it's supposed to happen. And it makes it magical and way less sterile. And I'm just going to put that out there right now.
You're
you
absolutely
come play on my record, you get to play.
That's
I'm going to let you play.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Boom. Get off your soapbox. I love it. Stay on it.
Pick us up.
But look where she starts from. Oh, no, that's fine. Keep on. And her comping is so appropriate what she's doing.
Yeah. She's not overplaying.
No, she's playing at the right places, the right stuff. Moving around the
winter, spring, summer, or fall.
She's definitely got some Aretha piano influence too. You can hear it, like the way she moves her triads.
And I'll be there.
I love that little dominant chord move that happens when I walk down.
You've got a friend.
So we've covered love, breaking up.
Oh yeah.
For across the pond, for longing.
It's unbelievable. We've covered like falling in love. We've covered being far away and missing someone. We've covered a bit of one of the greatest breakup songs ever. More being away from home.
Yeah.
We've covered a daily affirmation of pumping Peter up in the mirror.
We went to the Ethical Society for Church.
We got the Ethical Society hymn, and now we've got like maybe one of the greatest songs to a friend ever written as well. Like the thing that I wrote down on this song, like I started to write down a bunch of musical crap on this song, but the lyrics of the chorus, which she wrote, are, you just call out my name and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call and I'll be there. You've got a friend. And if you've ever tried to write a song that's that direct, that earnest, that sincere, without it being corny or syrupy, with it meaning something to the person you're speaking it to, and by the way, punching, like every word is like sounds amazing, rhythmically is in the pocket, and telling the story in such a beautiful way, it's mind-blowing.
Call my name out loud. There's so many great lines in
I
this.
feel like this should have won like Song of the Year or something.
I know. I mean, is this?
Did it win Song of the Year?
I'm gonna put this up. I'm gonna put this out there. And yeah, we're at the beginning of the second side. What a great song to start the B side. But the second side. This is hard because there's so many great songs. I mean, I think there's a little bit of a drop off. We'll talk about that towards the end. But I think this may be the best song on this record. And not to denigrate any of the other ones, but because I think this might be one of the 5 to 10 best like American pop songs. I'm including jazz. I'm including blue. I'm including everything.
Well,
couldn't it be on it? Would this not be on a top 10?
I mean, for that to happen, it would have to be have been recorded by many different artists in a very high level.
Did it? Oh, yes, it did happen. Oh, in the same year, in fact.
In the very same year. JT.
When you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand.
This is Mudslide Slim, right?
Well, nothing is going right.
JT's good.
He's so good. Makes me want to donate to PBS too. Every time I hear him singing this.
And soon
no, because they did that big video, you know. We need to.
We get the DVD set.
And a tote bag.
I got too many tote bags.
Was this a bigger hit for him that year than her?
It might have been.
Yeah, because this wasn't one of the biggest hits on this. I mean, she had some.
By the way, we've listened to 2. Not even the best 2. Not even the best one.
Plant your flag.
You know what the best one is?
It's very good. Now I'm even more emboldened to say that this is one of the greatest songs ever written.
For sure.
I don't even know I have to caveat Americans pop song.
That's not controversial, Peter. It's a great song.
Top 10. Well, I mean, there's a lot of great songs.
There's a lot of great songs. This is among them.
But I think one of the barometers on that is do great, and I mean great, first class, world class artists not only want to sing your music, but do they like slide right in, like Roberta Flack, Donny Hathaway, James Taylor, countless others have done this song. Do they come in and Aretha Franklin, like on that, like and own the song, but they don't have to change it a bunch. Like you never want to say, oh, that song sings itself, because that takes away from the artistry in order to do that. But for a great artist to come in, the song kind of does sing itself when it's at this level. Like there's a match between, it's like, you know, if there's a Ferrari parked out there, we're going to both go get excited, but we're going to be like, oh, what do we do with it? We need a real driver to come along and be like, oh, hop in the back, boys. It doesn't even
There's no back. There's no back. Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
No,
it's like it's going to be a little bit wasted on us.
Yeah.
And I think that when you have these amazing artists come in and just own these songs, like that's just a testimony. Not that it needed to be recorded by anyone, but Carole, it still would be great. But great song.
Great song.
Great lyric. I mean, it's the whole package.
Yeah, thank you.
Fun to play.
Thank you, Carole. Thank you, JT.
Yeah.
Thank you, Donnie and Roberta.
Yeah.
Next up is this gem, Where You Lead.
Oh, yeah, this guy. Coach!
Cooch crushing.
Cooch is crushing.
Wanting you the way
Who's that on drums?
I
Oh,
do.
Russ
Oh,
Conklin.
I'm sorry. Are we going to the...
We're starting on the 5, baby.
Starting on the 5?
I mean the G.
Yeah, we're in the key of G here.
To
Dominant,
the
like-
ends of the earth, coast dark.
So we'll go up to the 3. Oh, no, it's
We're
not.
going to go somewhere else.
What's
Let's
your
lift up.
word?
Yeah.
Where you lead,
New key.
I will follow anywhere that you tell me to. If you need,
Her Rose playing on this track is great, too.
I mean,
with you, I will follow.
I might be wrong on this. I may be making shit up. My apologies. But I feel like James Jamerson is like all over as an influence with Charles Larkey on this. And just in general from this period.
At this period, it would
Wouldn't
be
that
an
be?
influence on everybody.
Yeah, but what a great thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's, and it's not just like he's aping him. I mean, Charles Larkey's killing it all over this record. But like that ability to play bing, ding, 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 like all that busy stuff.
Yeah.
Man, Jamerson was like, it's like the Duke Ellington of big band. I'm like, he changed the game, you know?
Yeah, for sure. So this song was written by Carole King and Tony Stern. And it was,
Is Bass Player Magazine going to cancel me for saying that?
Possibly.
I don't know. Okay.
This has, again, Mary Clayton on background vocals and Julia Tillman on background vocals.
Yeah.
But this isn't the most popular version of this song. The most popular
Well, it kind of
version
is.
of this, no, it's not. Because the most popular version was recorded in 2000 by Carole King and her daughter,
Right.
Lois Goffin. Jerry and Carole's daughter, Lois.
Yeah.
And it became the theme song for the hit TV show, The Gilmore Girls.
Loving you the way I do, I know we're gonna make it through.
Shiggle
I would go to the ends
Little
of
late
the
90s
earth
production.
Oh, I love the late 90s. Don't get me started on what a sucker I am for late 90s production.
That bass drum.
I will
Family
follow
Ties. Oh, that's 80s. But it's the same song, same delivery, right? Just updated.
Little Lorelei.
Yeah.
Little Sookie. You know what I'm saying?
But all the elements are there. Is that the daughter there? Oh, there.
I mean, very fitting.
I like it. She's got like an early 2000s sort of sassy voice.
Very, very cute that her and her daughter recorded the song about a show about the Gilmore Girls, about a mother-daughter, famously.
Yeah.
And actually on the show itself, Carole King played a recurring character that owned the music store in Stars Hollow, the town where the show was set. And she was always on the show selling. There were all Rory's friends were always in a band, and she would sell them musical instruments.
I wouldn't know anything about that, which is crazy because there's two people in my household, my daughter and my wife, that love that show. I'm proudly have never seen that show. I don't know how. I've avoided whenever it comes on in the house. I leave.
I don't love the show.
Okay,
I've watched every episode. I've seen every, just because it's been on. It usually starts around October. Heather will start watching.
It's Gilmore season.
She starts the season.
Is it pumpkin spice?
Pumpkin spice latte. PSL.
Pimping spice latte.
And
that's when Starbucks starts pimping their spice lattes.
So it's just always on around my house, and I think I've seen at least a little bit. I've avoided
it, dude. I'm crafty. I'm like a shapeshifter when that show comes on.
I will say the rhythm of the dialogue, like it's Amy Sherman Palladino who's done like The Marvelous Miss Maisel, like the snappy rhythm of the dialogue, the Sorkin-esque Palladino. Dialogue is like it's its own sort of music.
You mean the way people never would talk to each other?
People never talk like that, and every character talks the same, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, next up is she's redoing her very first hit that she had with the Shirelles, Will You Love Me Tomorrow?
Man, her piano playing is just so easy, effortless.
Those background vocals are done by Joni Mitchell and James Taylor. You got a little bit of them right here.
Tonight with words
From the bridge.
unspoken.
You can hear each of them in there.
You say that I'm the only one.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So good. Man, when they layer vocals now, it's a whole nother thing. I don't want to get on. I don't want to go start. Can I go yell at the clouds a little bit?
Go ahead.
Can I put my tinfoil hat on?
Do it.
There's like the breathing, a little bit coming off at the end.
Yeah.
Carol's trend when they're done, like the imperfections, the humanity. None of that's there anymore because it's all like done perfectly.
Chopped, melodined. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay.
And then when you get in there, it's so tempting to do that because you can. It's so easy.
Plus, when you use public Wi-Fi, they're stealing your passwords.
Okay.
Also,
All right, Peter.
Well, I'm just saying.
We're about to take a turn. About to take a turn into the title track.
Oh,
Tapestry. By the way,
do we have to listen to every track?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, when we were recording the intro to this episode, and we told Bob DeBoo, bassist extraordinaire, we were doing Tapestry. He was like, "Isn't it Tapestry?"
No, he was kidding with you. He was messing with you.
I don't think he was.
The thing I love, there's two things at the beginning and the end of the song.
Everything in
intro.
between.
Well, no, it's okay, but the intro, this is just so like Stevie Wonder, Intervisions. It's so much of the time.
I believe that when I fall in love, it'll be for
My life has been a tapestry of rich and royal hue, an everlasting vision of the ever-changing.
I want to hear Jack Black sing this song. He would like make a real meal of
like
it.
a
You know
rock
what I'm
opera.
saying? Oh my gosh. Or Led Zeppelin. Like this would be a great Led Zeppelin song.
A tapestry to feel and see.
So far,
impossible to hold.
I understand it.
Once amid the soft silver sadness in the sky,
I still kind of get it. It's getting a little more esoteric.
There came a man of fortune, a drifter by.
Like a hobo. I got it.
Can't say that.
Torn and tattered cloth around his leathered
hide. I think I got
and
it.
a coat of many colors, yellow, green on either side.
That sort of sounds like a leprechaun, but I don't know.
How do you like modulations?
I do not like them. That's my quibble.
Up a minor third?
I mean, I like modulations. This is weird on
Just
this.
what he was there for, where he ought to go.
Down to the key of C. Of a major third.
This is very early 70s. Like, this is very Puff the Magic Dragon, Peter, Paul, Mary.
It's musical. Theater.
It's killer chords, though. Musical, yeah.
Soon within my tapestry.
Okay, so let's talk about this. This is a weird
I mean,
song.
eventually gets turned into a toad by a wizard, I think.
Yeah,
I mean, it
a
gets
river
out.
rock and turned into a toad. It gets weird. And I remember, like, so my take on this is not my favorite song on here, but it's weird. Like, I don't necessarily skip over. Like, if I'm listening, I think it's so brilliant. This is the penultimate song on this album, and it's on the second side. And it's a weird song, but I feel like she's kind of set things up to be able to literally do whatever she wants. She's hit, like, all these, like, different grooves, love, friendship, human emotion, but everything's so well crafted.
You want to do this now, or should we save it for Quibble Bits?
No, let's do it now. Let's say Quibble Bits.
Okay.
These are part of our category.
This is my Quibble Bit. I agree.
Okay.
But I don't think anything is fair game. I think, to me, this every time it comes on, I'm like, that's weird, because the whole album, Peter, is so personal and organic, and it's so far away, and I feel the
this
earth
is weird,
move,
but yeah,
organic, earthy. It's
but this
too
is still
late,
organic. It's just weird organic,
personal, beautiful. You can do it, girl. Like, and then there's this about a wizard turning a thing into a toad. And I know it's all like an allegory for life and death and aging and who knows, but I don't think it's a bad song. I just think it's on the wrong album, which is ironic because the album is Tapestry. So it just could be like,
you want to take Tapestry off Tapestry, my friend?
I just maybe am not fully getting it. Yeah. I don't think it's a bad song. I just, like I said, it just kind of pulls me out of the sort of like, even Smackwater Jack, which is obviously like a tale.
That's kind of weird.
It's a tall
on this
tale,
record.
right?
Yeah.
But it is like a...
Tapestry's a tall tale, too.
Smackwater Jack is like smoking...
Hobo becomes a toad.
Smackwater Jack is like smoking the bandit. Right, It's a tall tale, but it's like a earthy, folksy tale. Tapestry is like Lord of the Rings, right? There's flying huge eagles and a coat of many colors and a ring of power.
Green and a leprechaun with a hobo with the green and yellow.
I would love to have seen this on like Led Zeppelin 4.
Right,
it would have been amazing if they would have covered Tapestry. I think, and then like with a huge rock part in the end, I think would have been awesome.
Yeah, cool.
Right.
Let's move on.
Okay, she ends with, up to this point, probably her most iconic song, and maybe still her most iconic song. But I would say that after this album,
at this time, I would think
at this time for sure. But after this album, she has her own iconic songs. Like, like she's past "You Make Me Feel."
Iconic album.
Yeah, she's past the sort of success Aretha had with "You Make Me Feel Like."
I love that she put this at the end of the record. Though.
I know,
that's so smart.
And looking out on the morning.
This is an amazing version.
It's small.
She's not trying to be Aretha. She's not trying to go big.
How could you even try to sing this after Aretha? Only she could get away with this.
She does it. I mean, it's her song, and she owns it.
She literally owns it.
Yeah, good for her.
Well, along with her ex-husband, Goffin. And Jerry Wexler. Jerry Gare.
Before the day I met you.
Oh, her voice.
Life was so unkind. Your love was the key to my peace of mind. 'Cause you make me feel.
That's so perfect.
Walk up. Every time she does it.
You make me
that walk up.
And then these chords. So simple.
Again, those triads that move around, those gospel triads move
perfect. And like she keeps the pulse going. There's no drums. Is this just?
I believe
Larky
it
comes
is.
in. Larky comes in on
Oh
bass.
yeah, there's a bass on the choruses. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, which is very effective.
Very
orchestration.
effective. It's like the minimum viable orchestration.
But that's a
That's
little
this
thing.
whole record.
Yeah. I mean, that's
There is two pianos going on. You hear that? There's a little bit of overdub.
But that is the cool thing when you go smaller.
Yeah.
Is that everything becomes more important. So
Yes.
like when you want to have a little bit of a lift on a chorus, add a little bass.
Yeah.
That's all you need. You know.
And then the dynamics are like amplified when it's smaller.
Yeah.
The small dynamic changes.
'Cause if I make you happy, I don't need to do more. You make me feel.
Here it is again.
You make me feel. You make me feel like a natural.
She almost goes rubato there, kind of just.
Oh, baby, what you done
Oh, the
to
bridge is
me.
Yeah, suspended chords.
You make me feel so good inside.
The way she's got the keys layered a little bit, very Stevie Wonder-esque from this period. You know.
And I just wanna be close to you. You make me feel so alive. You make me feel. You
Amazing.
Yeah.
Great
so good.
last track.
Yeah. And such a.
make me
I mean, this is. I was saying, You've Got a Friend. This is great too. I mean, it's yeah.
So let's get to some categories, Peter. What's your desert island?
I'm gonna clap. I've got Way Over Yonder. I've always loved that
Ooh,
track.
good
I mean,
track.
I think that You've Got a Friend is maybe a greater song. Like if you held a gun in my head and say, "What's the greatest song?" I'd probably just yell out, "You've
I
Got a
agree,
Friend." But
but-
Way Over Yonder, I think like to listen to over and over again. Like You've Got a Friend. I want all those versions.
Well, that's the thing. When I think You Got a Friend, I think Donnie and Roberta.
Yeah.
Even though it's Carole's song.
Yeah.
It's the Donnie and Roberta version that to me is like the all-timer.
Yeah.
And so when I think of my desert island for this album, I think of So Far Away because that is Carole
It is.
King through and through. You know what I mean?
Several million and all that. This
Yeah.
this is sold like I want to say 30 to 40 million. This is a huge like can we sell it? I know we don't talk about numbers because we're big jazz guys and we don't care about numbers. The less numbers the better.
Yeah.
But isn't it nice when something great like we talked about this with some of the great records
Yeah,
when
the
it
Colin
hits
concert.
humanity.
Yeah.
It hits humanity in a way that's actually rewarded with
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
What about Apex Moment? What do you got?
So actually this is kind of a lyrics thing, which I'm not always totally in tune with the lyrics. I'm always like music first. But that second verse that we just heard on Natural Wind, when my soul was in lost and found, you come along to claim it. Something
Good.
about like that's not her deepest line,
Yeah.
but it's one of the just finely crafted, like she's full of lines like that.
But this is what I'm
With
saying.
the music.
That's a little cultural line that you might hear from like Jerome Kern
Yeah.
or Ira Gershwin or something like that.
Irving
You know?
Berlin.
Irving
Yeah,
Berlin.
yeah. So I have a little secondary Apex moment,
Okay.
which is actually on Tapestry, ironically enough. At the very end, there's this great like sus chord. It's so unexpected. I mean, yeah, it's a weird track. Yeah, after the second modulation.
In times of deepest darkness, I've seen him dressed in black.
Yeah, this is all very typical, expected.
Unraveling. He's come to take me back. He's come
This second time.
Yes, great.
to take me back.
It's a bit of a Joni Mitchell chord too.
Very
isn't it?
Joni,
Yeah.
very Joni. That's just, I don't know. Is it the Apex moment? It's a great moment. That's all. Ugh. What you got for Apex?
I've got the first chorus of It's Too Late. Like, so, you know, the percussion on the first verse, first of all, it happens
So
at
like 20 seconds into
yeah,
the tune.
it happens at like the 28-second mark. I think it's one of the great moments in the 1970s, especially the early 70s. Like the drums do this little soul fill, basically.
Killer.
And they come in with that lift that we already talked
Yeah.
about, right? They're on that pivot chord, that F doing that rhythm, dun, dun, dun. And then there's the lift
Let's listen
of the
to
new
it.
key. Oh,
Sorry.
Or maybe we
you're right.
just
You're right.
got
You're not wrong.
It's so good.
Right here.
And it's too late, baby. Now it's too late. Though we
That's like
really
all the hands, all the mom hands go up.
And the dad Pauls.
White wine spilling around the minivan. It's gonna be great.
White Zinfandel flying. No, that's a great moment. It's the whole thing. Is it the drum fill? I mean, without the drum fill, it's just because it's so early.
So it's all of it.
Yeah.
First of all, we haven't heard the drums yet in that track. And then you hear that early 70s kick drum. You hear that Bell of the Ride. You hear the Rhodes with that little boo, 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 bee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So good.
Great.
Bespoke playlist title. What do you got?
Well, you just mentioned Moms in a Car, perhaps. So I'm going to try to tie this together. This is a weird one. I went a little urban on this.
I don't think I can say this one.
Play Dis, D-I-S, in carpool to nurture yo kids. Okay? Play Dis in carpool to nurture yo kids.
I mean, I've already read it, but it's still funny, and I don't know why you did
I like
this.
because by the time we get to the end of the episode, anybody who sticks around needs to be rewarded.
Why Dis?
No, Dis. You got to play Dis. Play Dis. The reason I did this, okay, Kelly Martin, the wonderful, the amazing, the beautiful. So this is her favorite record. We didn't even mention that. My wife, she loves, this is her album here. In fact, she wouldn't let me bring the actual, I was like, I'm taking this. She's like, you and Adam going to do something? I was like, yeah, we're going to do an episode. All right. The LP's sitting on our turntable at home right now. But she played this for our kids a lot. And when we were carpooling, when we moved back to St. Louis from New Orleans, we were carpooling for a while. So all the other kids got exposed to this. She played this on nonstop on CD in the car.
All the kids at New City School know Tapestry is by heart.
Yeah. So, but this is the thing. That's nurturing your kids.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
It is.
Like songwriting, singing, soul, humanity.
Yeah.
So great.
I have on mine Mom Rock, and just because this was one of my mom's favorite albums.
Mom Rock or just
Mom Rock?
Okay.
This is one of Deborah Manis's favorite albums of all time.
That's awesome.
Grew up listening to it. So Quibble Bits we already talked about.
What about Heather? Does she like this record?
You know, I think she likes it, but she's more of like a Creedence Clearwater revival from this era. Okay. She likes that kind of stuff.
Can it be both?
It can be both, for sure. She likes it, but it's not her jam as much. Quibble Bits we already took care of.
Yep.
What about Snobometer? What do you got?
Well, I'm going to go 4.
Oh, why not 5?
Well, I was thinking of 5, but you tease me when I go 5. Well, you go first, and then I'll explain mine.
I have 2 because
why not 1?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it could be a 1. It's sold 40 million copies. It is not snobby at all. It is very accessible to everybody, but it is a little bit like,
if you're not of this period and you're into this record, it's a little snobby, maybe. Like if you're not in the chord. I mean, this record came out when I was born, so it's not exactly in
I don't know. I don't think it's very snobby at all. I think it's a 2, but it is a 2. It's not quite a 1. It is a 2.
I'm doing 4 because I think it's a great record.
Okay. Is it better than Stevie Wonder's Intervisions?
I got a controversial.
It's our next category.
I've got a controversial, so you go first.
No, it is not.
Okay. I'm going equal. And I rarely do that. I might have done that before, but I really if you were to say which is better, I think that they are both 99s out of 100.
Yeah. I mean,
you know what I mean? I really think they're different. Now, maybe if I had to only grab one on the desert island, probably be Intervisions. But I think that just in terms of quality, craft, and beauty, and just well done, I just feel like they're equal.
I'm not going to argue. For me, it's like the Steviness of it all on Intervisions lifts it.
It's the Carole-ness of it all.
I know. And also, it's it is a fool's errand to pit art against each other. But we got to keep to the categories, Peter. We have no power over changing these. So
that's why I said equal.
Accoutrements, scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, 10 for sure. I don't think I've ever. You got 10 too.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah, I don't think have we ever had dual 10s?
No, I don't think so.
We should.
I mean, it's a perfect album cover. The way it sounds, we've talked about organic, earthy. It's like her sitting around. She's barefoot. There's a cat. There's sunlight coming on half of her face is in shadow, half of it in sunlight.
Shout out Jim McCrary,
her hair
the photographer.
Is Jim McCrary crushed this one.
Yeah.
There's the font and the color of the font, and then the sort of tapestry-esque curtains.
And the look on her, it's incredible.
Yeah. And then
her expression.
The inside cover, right?
Yeah,
with a tapestry literally unraveling.
Yeah.
And pictures of the session that happened. And then the back with all the lyrics right on the back.
Every single lyric.
Can't do that on a Spotify track listing.
Yeah.
It's really, really, really good.
And I just want to say, I got a chance to meet Carole King one time. She's one of the, at least in my interaction with her, I was actually playing at a private event, and I had no idea she was there. And she came up to me afterwards and was like, I was accompanying Diane Reeves. We played a couple songs. She came up to me and was like, I really enjoyed you're playing. I loved your voicing. She said a little something like that where
she's a musician.
Yeah. And for some reason I didn't realize at first. I was that couldn't be Carole.
Yeah, Carole King.
I know.
Is that Carole King? Yeah.
But no, I was just kind of it couldn't be. This was an event for the LA Philharmonic. I didn't realize she's actually super involved with the philanthropy with the LA Phil and stuff. But we chatted for a minute, and it was an honor an honor to meet her and just to be in her.
Yeah, I mean, by
for
all
a minute.
accounts, she's a gem.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you got up next? If there was an autoplay feature, what's up next after
Well,
this
I got
album?
lazy on this one. I've been listening to this record recently so much. I know it so well, but when I was listening to it in the car on Spotify, As from Song of the Keys of Life kind of came up sort of randomly, and man, it flowed nicely. So I know that's not Intervisions and that's jumping a few years
No, I
later.
can see that. I can see
but
that.
it worked nice. What you got for up next?
I also have kind of a lazy pick, which is Joni Mitchell's Court and Spark.
Oh, wow. That's totally out of the blue. You didn't want to choose blue?
No, but I mean, I think
It was made in the studio next door at the same time?
Yeah, I honestly think Court and Spark is a little more of this vibe with the roads, and it's a little more produced than this is.
Right.
But songwriting-wise, it's kind of the yin to this yang.
Yeah, that would be a cozy evening to go from this to that.
Yeah. Hey, there's a link, Peter, by the way, in our description, so you can sign up to our newsletter, which is called You'll Read It.
You'll read it?
In which we send you fun little things about, like, behind the scenes at the pod, and
That's
little
fun.
musical things that we talk about here
We
on
call
the
it a
Deeper Dive.
newsletter.
Yeah, it's a newsletter.
Yeah, you'll read it.
Yeah, and hey, it's a new season.
It's a new season. Same setup.
Same set, new season.
It's exciting, man. We got some good. Do we want to just hint out a little bit of what we have coming?
There might be some Michael Jackson. There might be some Joni Mitchell.
We may finally be covering a certain band out of Liverpool. Good day. Nope, they don't talk like that.
We're not doing any of that.
Liverpool, England.
Nope, we're not doing that.
We're not?
No.
Okay, we're not covering
We're
that.
not doing that. But we might cover a band out of London, actually.
Okay. Well,
right behind me there. We might do some Thelonious Monk. We might do some Miles Davis. There's going to be some good stuff.
Well, the Thelonious Monk we're definitely doing because we did it already.
We did it, yeah.
Well, till next time.
You'll hear it.